Hey guys. Well, I just had to come on here live and do a video about just crazy stuff going on. I want to talk about unconditional love. And I don't know if you guys have seen the video of a man on a bus in Philadelphia, and he was not wearing a mask. Okay, so this man in Philadelphia is on a bus and he's not wearing a mask. And I guess it was just that day that the ordinance said that they recommended or required that people wear masks on the bus. And I don't know if you saw this, but the bus driver told the man to get off because he did not have a mask, and the man wouldn't get off the bus. And so he was literally dragged off the bus by police. And I was like, my mouth was just dropped. We all know what's going on, but the truth of it all is, are you seeing unconditional love? Are you going with that, or are you actually going with this fear and control? Okay? What is unconditional love, you guys? Seriously. What is unconditional love? Unconditional love is something that maybe a lot of us don't understand what it is, or we grew up thinking that something was unconditional love by what we had grown up with, and that's not necessarily what unconditional love actually is. Unconditional love has boundaries, and there is, when those boundaries are crossed, there has to be discipline, and that discipline needs to be consistent. And that is unconditional love, that says that no matter what you do, I will love you, but I will teach you lessons, right? That is unconditional love. And what is fear and control? Fear and control is trying to control anything outside of yourself. Okay? So, let me ask, if you get upset seeing someone on a bus not wearing a mask, if you do, that's a trigger for something inside of yourself where your heart is not healed. And those are things that you need to be aware of right now, because that's not unconditional love. That is trying to control people, places, or things outside of yourself. And, manipulation and control and fear right now is just, it's running rampant. And, today I actually looked up, the population of Los Angeles County, and it is 10.1 million people. Okay? The number of people that have died from this virus in Los Angeles County since it began is 241. Okay, so I did the numbers on that. I did the math. You guys, the truth is, it's 0.0000241%. I'm just speaking truth. It's 0%. It's just like unconditional love says you have the right to choose. That's unconditional love. You have the right to choose. Fear and control says you no longer have the right to choose. You must do what I say or else. And here is your right to choose just as much as it is my right to choose. These are things that are being triggered in people, including myself. I am not like exempt from this because I'm being triggered as well. But it is absolutely to show you that like that's where you can let go a little bit and give that area some unconditional love. Do you know what I'm saying? In yourself, to heal your heart, to heal yourself. If you know, Los Angeles County just came out yesterday and said that we have to extend another 2 weeks on the stay-at-home order, and that stores, anyone who is selling essential items, they must be required to wear a mask, and any shoppers must be required to wear a mask. And that takes away the right of choice, you guys. And what I saw on that bus reminded me of the way that China treats its citizens. That if you don't do what they say, they literally beat you up, fear and control. And it's like, there comes a point to where things are, yes, that is a valid fear. I was actually talking about this the other day. There comes a point where like, yes, that's actual danger. And there comes a point where it's like a perceived fear, which means it's an illusion, okay? The illusion of it is just that. Yes. Is it real? Yes. It is. But can you control, you know, what is going on outside of us? No. But you do have a choice. And what I want to say about that is just remember that your neighbor has much of a choice as you do. That's their right too. Now see, that's unconditional love. When we try to infringe on someone else's right of choice, that is not unconditional love. That is not love. So, you know, I want to bring awareness to this because it's you know, I'm seeing these things as well, and I'm just going, you know, like, wow. Unconditional love is, you know, here. It's absolutely here. But that's where a lot of this fear and control is being physically released. But it's how you react to it, you know? I could have a negative reaction about, you know, the shops here in Los Angeles. I particularly will not wear a mask. That's my choice because I believe that I'm protected by God. Period. Plain and simple. I got 3 kids, dude. If I can survive that, I can survive anything. And I didn't wear a mask. I'm just saying. I mean, the illnesses at preschool will kill you quicker. I mean, for real though. Like, it's like, dude, if I survived all the childhood illnesses that my 3 kids brought home, I'm gonna be okay. You know, and there's so much about it, you know? We have the right to choose. That is what America is all about, right? But when that is starting to be taken away, then it's like, it needs to, like, we have to shed light on it. Because when your right to choose is taken away, if we allow one right of choice to be taken away, then it will continue and continue and continue and continue. So it's like, where's the unconditional love? You know, love people no matter what they choose to do. And isn't that a huge life lesson? I may not like what my kids choose. Trust me. Okay. They're getting older. The 9-year-old, 10-year-old, sorry, he just turned 10. The 10-year-old, is making some choices that I don't agree with. But am I going to stop him from making those choices? No. No. Because if I do that, then I'm imposing what I believe to be true onto him. And that will make him resentful and bitter towards me. Now, do I set boundaries for my child for, how he's going to behave and manners and things like that? Yes. Because that's discipline, and discipline is good. Being consistent with discipline is necessary for us to learn lessons in life. See, I had a childhood that was a little bit more open and free, where I didn't have so many boundaries. And I'm telling you, I felt unsafe. That made me feel so unsafe, even though, woohoo, I could party, I could do all these things that my friends weren't able to do, but underneath all that, I still felt unsafe. And so putting those boundaries for your child actually helps them to feel safe. They may not like it, but it helps them feel safe. So, back to this, is my kids are making choices now that I don't necessarily agree with, but I'm going to give him the choice. As long as it's not infringing on the rules, he knows that, but the choice to choose in those rules. And that's the thing, I think, so many of us grew up with, like, maybe parents or just even society feeling like we didn't really have a choice, that we had to go this certain way. This is how it's supposed to go. But if we felt like we wanted to go another way, it was like, well, do I choose the way that everyone else wants me to go? Or do I choose the way that my heart wants me to go that's going to make me the most happy? You have a choice. And one road is more for lessons, to realize that you're not happy going down a road where anyone else is pressuring you or telling you what you should be doing. And the other way is following your heart, and not everyone may like it, but you're happy. There's the difference. Unconditional love. And so, it's like, I just gotta say this, because I saw that video of that man being drug off that bus. And I just thought, wow, that could be me, having my right to choose just taken away from me. And, I choose unconditional love. But I respect your right to choose, no matter what you choose. That's unconditional love. And, it's like, bring an awareness to that, and let's get back to that. Let's get back to unconditional love, where whatever choice you make, I respect that you're making that choice, and I accept you for you, and I love you no matter what. Fear and control isolates us. Fear and control makes you afraid of the unknown, of this, of that, of what's going to happen to our world. Is anything going to come back online? That's where a lot of trust and faith and all of that is included under unconditional love. knowing that you're protected at all times. When you start to self-protect, see, that's what I did as a child because I didn't have boundaries. So I really, inside on a subconscious level, I felt unsafe. So what did I do? I tried to control everything because I needed some sort of boundaries myself. So I tried to control everything and self-protect. And that caused me to learn a lot of lessons that were hard, you know? But unconditional love is letting go of that feeling like you have to self-protect. So, you know, I just want to bring an awareness to the difference between unconditional love and fear and protection, fear and control. And if you know, I mean, if you've ever had someone tell you that they, you know, you shouldn't be doing that, or that's not, you know, I don't know about that. Are you sure you want to do that? Or, you know, you know, you might not make any money at that, or, you know, whatever. If you've ever had your right to choose, you know, challenged by anyone, or if they have literally taken that right away from you, then you know that all that does is put this resentment and bitterness in your heart. And that's what's going around right now, you guys, is this resentment and bitterness towards human beings. Like, it's incredible to me that we're like, and I'm not saying that, you know, it's an awareness to see in yourself where you hold that fear and control, and to acknowledge it and go, ooh, no, you know, that's not me, and I don't want to live my life like that. That's a choice, right? But, you know, always the way with unconditional love is going to be more beneficial to you. And that's just the truth, you know? So I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. I just needed to speak that out because we all have the right to choose. And unconditional love is where you will find peace and joy and happiness. And fear and control is where you will find lessons. And sometimes those lessons are very difficult. So if you start to see those things come out in yourself, where you feel bitter or you feel resentment, or you are just like, oh my God, how come they're doing this? Or why is this happening over here? Or that's not right, you know, and isn't that how our country has kind of like almost been, you know? It's like two sides, you know, and it's just becoming more of, it's really like being shown to us now how divided, you know, how divided that this country really is. And so shedding light on that, giving the awareness of it, to just allow people to be them, respect their right to choose, and loving them anyway, you know, and honestly, you guys, not being afraid. You know, the fear is so real, but it's that false fear, you know. So I wish you guys all well. I totally, you know, it's a really hard situation. Just love your neighbor, let them be them, and just be okay with it, and let that bitter and resentment just go, you know, as much as possible, because it's just going to bring heart healing to you, and it's just going to brighten your day. And you know, and it's really hard because for me, I don't know if you've seen any of my videos, but that has been what my whole spiritual awakening has been learning to heal my heart of the victim mentality, also the narcissist mentality. I had both, and then learning to trust and be okay with unconditional love. So that's what's really going on right now. So it's really about your inner heart healing. And whatever you guys see that makes you like, just triggers you in any way, shape, or form, recognize that in yourself. And that is an opportunity for you to really heal your heart and really acknowledge and be aware and send unconditional love to that area that is, feeling like that. So, all right, you guys, I will talk to you soon, whenever I just feel led to get on here and share, and just stay good in your mind, your emotions, your soul, your body, and do what's right for you. All right, have a great day. Bye.